In the early production stages of a TV series, it's common practice to create a test pilot episode that will be used to pitch the show to different networks for syndication. The elements that are used in these pilots are usually very early concepts and don't always reflect exactly how the final product will turn out. They may use a different voice cast, unfinished animation, or even beta character designs. It's always a fascinating thing to compare pre-production work to the finalized product and seeing how much would go on to be changed. While researching for my previous video covering the Lost Tokyo Toy Show demo of the original Sonic the Hedgehog, which you can watch right here, I began reading about another piece of Sonic lost media, a partially lost intro sequence from the pilot episode of the 1993 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. When talking about this series specifically, most fans simply refer to it as Sonic SatAM in reference to the show's Saturday morning time slot. This helps to differentiate it from other pieces of Sonic media using the same title, so I'll be using that name going forward. In 1992, a test pilot episode was created in-house at DiC Entertainment and shown off at a variety of trade shows, including the 1993 Consumer Electronics Show, or CES. This pilot episode would go on to be reused as the series' 7th episode, titled Heads or Tails. While we don't know if anything changed between the pilot version and the syndicated version of the episode itself, what was changed, however, was the series' intro sequence and theme song. If you're familiar with Sonic SatAM, you already know the iconic Fastest Thing Alive theme, but for those out of the loop, I'll play a brief snippet of the intro for you.
By Sonic the Hedgehog, too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Here's a fun fact for you. This version of the theme that was sung by the band Noisy Neighbors was not the original version of the theme that we all know and love. During the first season's airing in early 1993, the composer of the song, Michael Tavera, had sung the theme, but was replaced during the airing of the second season of the show. All home media releases post the original airing feature the new Noisy Neighbors version, even releases of the first season. In 2007, the rights holders of the time, Shout Factory, released the series onto DVD, and in the bonus features included a storyboard for the pilot's intro. The version of the theme song that played alongside the test pilot was very different, featuring completely different scenes, different music, and even different character designs. The intro opens with Sonic posing behind the series logo, only for it to be destroyed by Robotnik swinging a giant wrecking ball. We then cut to a scene of Robotnik's forces chasing after the inhabitants of Mobotropolis, and Sonic rushes in just in time to save his friend Tails. Sonic meets up with series characters Sally Acorn and Rotor as they watch the captured creatures being roboticized. Sonic distracts the guarding SWAT bots while Sally sneaks in to sabotage the main computer. Sally's able to disrupt the roboticizer, but not before the creatures inside began their transformation. This sequence is pretty cool because it shows us how series mainstay Bunny Rabbit came to be cybernetically enhanced, and it's a nice little piece of world building. Sonic is cornered by some SWAT bots, but Sally throws him a power ring just in time to let him escape. With his new power boost, Sonic knocks into Robotnik's wrecking ball, sending his ship crashing into the roboticizer. Now carrying his friends, Sonic rushes past some more SWAT bots as we see Robotnik angrily shaking his fists in the ruins of his machine. We pan across the cast as they look over the battlefield. Sonic gives a quick thumbs up and then leaps behind the series logo one last time. From this storyboard, you can see how much the final intro sequence differs from the pilot, but in some ways mimics it fairly closely. In both versions, Sonic and Sally sneak into a Robotnik base, hack a computer, disrupt Robotnik's plans, and destroy a factory or machine, running to safety and watching the wake of their attack. The storyboarders knew what worked about this pilot intro and trimmed the fat to make it a much better flowing narrative, although I really wish that they were able to leave in the scenes of Bunny Rabbit being roboticized somehow. Like I said, it's a nice little piece of world building. Pieces of art, animation cells, and other various screenshots from the pilot intro sequence would be posted online over the years, but no one seems to have the full final cut. The ownership of the show had passed from company to company over the years, so the chance of the current rights holders still retaining the footage is pretty slim. It's close to 30 years ago that this was produced, and anything could have happened in that time. All hope seemed lost until... A VHS recording of the 1993 Consumer Electronics Show surfaced on YouTube in early 2010, and around the 3-minute mark featured footage from the pilot intro sequence. Unfortunately, only the final 10 seconds or so of the intro was included in this recording, but it's so nice to see that footage from this still exists in some capacity. The CES footage starts at the scene of Sonic running from the battle with his friends on his back after the destruction of the roboticizer. We get to see the full spread of the characters watching over the site of the battle. Sonic gives his quick thumbs up and jumps behind the series logo, just as in the storyboard. The footage from the event isn't a direct feed of the pilot intro, rather being recorded on a personal camera at the time, so the quality of the clip isn't fantastic. Many years later, a single second of directly captured footage appeared on YouTube, showing Sonic give his iconic thumbs up before abruptly cutting off. The uploader of this footage was asked if they had the full uncut version, but as of now, the uploader hasn't yet responded. Comments on the video seem to suggest that the second of footage was taken from a promotional trailer of some kind, but I've looked pretty hard and I can't seem to find the trailer in question. Until the uploader responds, we may never know its true origins. So that is a very quick look at the partially lost pilot intro sequence of Sonic SatAM. Unlike with the Tokyo Toy Show Sonic demo, I don't really think this is something that will ever be discovered in full. I'd be thrilled to be wrong, but the fact that the rights to the series have been passed around between 3 different companies, I'm pretty sure that the original assets have gone missing. It's sad to think about, but with how passionate the Sonic fanbase is, there's always hope that one day it'll be found. If you've never had any experience with the Sonic series before, Sonic SatAM is actually a great starting point in my opinion. It's a great representation of the characters and world of the early Sonic universe, and it has some great messages about nature versus technology. It's definitely worth a watch. I'll be keeping an eye on this topic, and I will happily make a follow-up to this video if the pilot intro is ever discovered. Hey everybody, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to all of my supporters on Patreon. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. I'm gonna leave some links to some of my previous videos on the right-hand side of the screen so you can see some other topics I've covered in the past. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.